All right, guys, let's review these questions. For these questions, I'm going to actually write out the stacking. I'm going to do them using the stacking method, and I find it's way easier to keep track if I write it down. So I did give you space to work in this space underneath here, or you could do it on a separate piece of paper if that helps you too. So my first question is 1,576.3, adding 1,322.5. And if I start over here in the tens place, knowing that my answer is going to be about 2,800 when I'm done, I'll look at 3 and 5 is 8, 6 and 2 is 8, 7 and 2 is 9, 5 and 3 is 8, and 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2,000. There's my answer, 2,898.8. Lots of 8, save that one too. For B, I have 3,467.3. I'm going to add 2,531.5. Know my answer is going to be 5,900 or so, something like that. Let's add 3 and 5 is 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. And 3,000 plus 2,000 is 5,000. Oh, I was really close to 6,000. 5,998.8. Oops. Now, for C, I have 4,628.2. I'm going to add 3,537.6. I know my answer is going to be 7,000. Oh, it looks like it'll be about 8,100 roughly, going by my front end here. So let's look at the question. So 2 plus 6 is 8. Should I drop my decimal? 8 plus 7 is 15. So I'm going to do the 5 here. I'm going to carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So that's 60. 600 plus 500 is 1,100 or 11 hundreds. So I'm going to put 1 here and I'm going to put the thousands right here. 1,000 plus 4,000 plus 3,000. That gives me 8,000. 8,165.8. That's 3 in a row. I have 8 in the tens place, not on purpose. I think I'm going to have another one like that. D is 5,607.5, and I'm adding 3,748.3. My answer is going to be 9,000, right? 5,000 plus 3,000 is 8,000. 600 plus 700 is 1,300. So we're going to be in that 9,300 area, roughly. 5 and 3 is 8. 7 and 8 is 15, so I'm going to carry the 1. That's going to give me 5 here. 6 and 7 is 13, carry the 1. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9,355.8. Last question. It's not going to be decimal 8 in the tenth place this time. I have 6,784.3. I'm going to add 2,657.8. My answer is going to be, 9,400 or so, just going by the front end here. Let's look at the exact answer. 3 and 8 is 11. So I'm going to put a 1 here. I'm going to carry the 1 over to the ones place. That's 11 tenths, right? So 1 decimal 1. 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 and 7 is 12. And I'm going to carry the 1 to the tens place where it belongs. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 and 7 is 8. 8 plus 6 is also 14. Carry the 1. And then 1,000 plus 6,000 is 7,000. Plus 2,000 is 9,000. So 9,442.1. Okay, over to the subtraction. I'm going to also stack when I show you guys the subtraction here. So I have 5,866.5, subtracting 2,534.2. My answer is going to be 3,300, something like that. Let's find the exact one from the tens place. So 7 minus 2 is 5. 6 minus 4 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 5 minus 2 is 3. 3,332.5. My next question is 7,968.3. and I'm subtracting 4,712 decimal 3. So looking at my front end here, I've got 7,000 minus 4,000, that's 3,000, and 900 minus 700 is 200. So 3,200 something is going to be my answer. Starting with the tenths, I have 3 minus 3 is just 0, 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5, 9 minus 7 is 2, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So 3,256 is my answer. I don't have to put the decimal 0 on there because it doesn't make any difference. 3,256 is the same thing as 3,256 decimal 0. So it doesn't change anything. Next question, we have 4,384 decimal 6, and we're subtracting 2,918 decimal 4. So I know my answer is going to be, well, 4,000 minus 2,000 is 2,000, but then 300 minus 900, well, there's going to be some borrowing. So it's going to be about 1,000, roughly 1,400, I'm just going to be my guess. Let's take a look. 6 minus 4 is 2 in the tenths place. 4 minus 8 I can't do without borrowing, so this has to become a 7, and the 4 becomes 14, right? 1 from the tens place comes over to the ones place. I'm giving 10 to the ones place. So 10 plus 4 is 14, so this is 14 minus 8, which is 6. And then 7 tens minus 1 10 is 6 tens. 300s minus 900, I'm gonna have to borrow. So this becomes a 3, and putting that 1,000 over to the hundreds place makes this 1,300s, right? 1,300. 1,300 minus 900, well, 13 minus 9 is 4. Now, 3,000 minus 2,000 is 1,000. So my answer is 1,466 decimal 2. 2 more to go. There's the bell. I have 6,246 decimal 4, and I'm subtracting 2,338 decimal 2. I know my answer is going to be a little less than 4,000, it looks like. 6,000 minus 2,000 is 4,000, but there's going to be some borrowing here. So a little less than 4,000, 3,900 or so. Let's find the exact answer. So 4 tenths minus 2 tenths is 2 tenths. 6 minus 8 I can't do without borrowing, so I'm going to take a 1 from my tens place, put it to the ones place. And so now I have 16 there, right? I've added 10 to the 6. 16 minus 8 is 8. 3 minus 3 is 0. 2 minus 3 I can't do without borrowing, so this is going to become 5,000. I'm going to put that 1,000 that I took there to the hundreds place. Now I have 12 hundreds, 1,200. I know 12 minus 3 is 9, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3,908 decimal 2. Last question. 6,003 decimal 4 minus 4,379 decimal 8. There's lots of borrowing in this one, and there's some zeros to make a little bit of a complication. Let's start with the tenths here. By the way, my answer is going to be, well, 6,000 minus 4,000 is 2,000, but there's going to be some borrowing here. So it's going to be 1,600 or 700, something like that. So I have 4 minus 8 in the tenths, so I'm going to borrow. I'm going to take a 1 from the ones place, put it to the tenths place. So the tenths is now 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Now I have 2 minus 9 in the ones place. I can't do that without borrowing, but I have a 0 here and a 0 here. So I'm going to have to change my numbers. I'm going to have to redistribute them a little bit. I'm going to take 1,000 from here. That's going to leave me with 5,000. Sorry, my pen is losing contact with the board. That's going to be 5,000. And I'm going to put that 1,000 over to the hundreds place. So that's going to be 10 hundreds. Then I'm going to take one of those hundreds. So I'm going to leave me with 9 hundreds and move it to the tens place. So now I have 10 tens, or 100. Now I can take one of those tens and put it to the ones place. Now, instead of having 6,003 decimal 4, I actually have 5,990, 12, and 14. That's, sorry, and 14 tenths. So I actually haven't changed the numbers around or changed the number as far as the amount. I've just changed the distribution of them. So now I have 12 minus 9, which is 3. I don't know what's going on with my pen here, guys, but it's going to just keep messing up. 9 minus 7, which is 2. 9 minus 3, which is 6. And 5,000 minus 4,000, which is 1. So my answer is 1,623.6. All right, guys, compare your answers to what I have. Hopefully I got everything right there, and I'll see you again later.